What's up, New London? I'm Korbin Swenson.
And I'm Vegas Watson. Today's episode is full of interesting features, such as new teachers, the KTTV field trip, and Denney's Time.
Roll the new intro.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. High School Student Council will be selling candygrams starting on Monday, December 9th. For just 50 cents, you can write a message to someone and have it delivered with a candy cane the following week to anybody from pre-K all the way through 12th grade. They're for sale every day next week, December 9th through the 13th at the high school, middle school, near Mrs. Campbell's room, and at Clark on the 11th and the 12th, going into the classrooms to buy. Also, they'll be available at the basketball games on Tuesday, December 10th. Be sure to get your candygrams purchased today.
Today's first feature is about Miss Sartorius, this year's final new teacher.
Take it away, Kaitlyn.
This is Kaitlyn Lee reporting for Tiger Television. Miss Mackenzie Sartorius is one of the new kindergarten teachers at Clark Elementary.
I'm from Mount Pleasant, Iowa, so just down the road, and I graduated high school from there in 2010. My favorite thing about teaching is just making a difference in all of my students' lives each and every day. In 5 years, I hope to be here still. I love Clark Elementary. I just like the small community, and all the students are just so much fun.
This has been Kaitlyn Lee reporting for Tiger Television.
Welcome to the district, Miss Sartorius.
Our next feature shows behind the scenes into the KTTV's field trip to Cedar Rapids.
Let's take a look.
This is Chevy Mills reporting from Channel 9. We got the opportunity to take a tour around and look behind the scenes to see how a real news studio works. First, we got a tour around the office and learned how we can improve in our casting skills. A lot of work goes into a newsroom, especially when there is a 24-hour coverage.
Or directing the midday, and he's always good about giving me times. This is the time of day so that they know.
We also took a look at the green screen to experience what it was like for the meteorologist trying to point out where the cities were. It's harder than it looks.
Around 200 million hogs. Even then, Rabobank predicts Chinese meat consumption will not be the same as it was before the outbreak, adding the world's biggest pork market will not have the meat imports to make up for the short-term shortfall. That's all I have for the Agribusiness Report today.
It was really cool just to see how close our studio actually is to a real studio, just the equipment and how they do things. That was pretty cool.
We then got to experience them go live for the afternoon broadcast and split up into two groups.
These are higher, thinner cirrus clouds that come in. When those start to bank up, you usually anticipate the weather to change rise. So we want you to be aware of that. There's 6 o'clock on Midpoint Futurecast, and it's still around through most of the evening hours.
Our group switched between the commercials, and we all got to see the control room, which was my favorite part, and went into the room where they record again to see them in live action.
I thought it was very cool seeing how professional KCRG looked. It made me feel outdone, but also gave me a desire to work better.
The whole class really enjoyed the day and learned a lot about the television news careers at a real station. This has been Chevy Mills reporting from KTTV.
I had a lot of fun going on that trip. What was your favorite part?
I like watching the weather, man.
My favorite part was going to Buffalo Wild Wings and eating lunch afterwards.
Today's final feature is a brand new one. It's a movie review from Isaiah.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Dr. Sleep is a horror film about Dan Torrance starring Ewan McGregor as the shining son of Jack Torrance, his father in The Shining. It was released on November 8th. 40 years after his terrifying stay at the Overlook Hotel, Dan Torrance helps a teenager who's targeted by a dangerous cult for her own shining abilities. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is a film about Mr. Rogers starring Tom Hanks as a kid-friendly neighbor. It released on November 22nd. Journalist Lloyd Vogel begrudgingly agrees to write a profile piece about Fred Rogers, only to find his perspective on life transformed. It was rated 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is the end of the Skywalker saga. The Skywalker saga started with Lucasfilm in 1977 with the making of A New Hope. It is now coming to close with a new movie. The Skywalker saga draws to a close as Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron fight back against Kylo Ren and the forces of the First Order. Frozen 2 is the highly anticipated sequel film to the first one. Disney roped in more money with this one than the last one. Elsa, together with Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, set on a dangerous journey to protect her kingdom and discover why she was born with magical powers. It released on November 11th.
Those movies all look good. I might have to go watch them.
Anyway, that wraps up today's episode. We'll see you next time on
Tiger Television.